Joining on the sofa with Esther is Richie Sampson from Soulkindawonderful, the UK's official leading tribute to the legendary Drifters, talking about their performance at Boisdale, Canary Wharf, Thursday the 30th of January, and his new single, You Are My Everything. Anyway, welcome to On the Sofa with Esther. Well, today with me, I've got Richie Sampson, um, an incredible singer, artist, performer, and he's from Soulkindawonderful. Welcome, Richie.
Hi Esther, how are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. I mean, half an hour later, but we made it work. I've made it work. So, Richie,
Good things happen to those who wait.
listen, I feel like the Buddha at the moment. I don't need any more pictures. Oh, but Richie, thank
Oh,
you so much for joining me on the sofa with us. And I thought it'd be nice to just catch up with you because you've had a phenomenal 2024. I've been tracking you like a hawk. And then you'll be performing at Boisdale Friday, is it Thursday or Friday this week?
it will be Thursday, the 30th of January at Boisdale
Already.
in Canary Wharf. Yeah,
Yes, yes. So before we go any further, Richie, tell us what was 2024 like for Soul Kinda Wonderful?
incredible. We had everything. We had the luxury cruises from P&O to Saga to Fred Olsen. And then we had the Butlins Mega Soul weekends with the likes of The Real Thing, Soul to Soul, Misha Paris, Aswad. In fact, last week I think we did it with Aswad and a few others, the Foundation. So yeah, we've had everything. We are very successful in our theatre tour. We are returning to some of the popular theatres that are now near to capacity. So I'm really, really impressed and I'm really, really inspired. And 2024 was great. 2025 is also looking great. And
Mm.
2026, they're coming
You're
into it.
there
Yeah,
already.
I'm there. I was born ready.
Brilliant, brilliant. And tell us a little bit more about Soul Kinda Wonderful. You know,
So
you
kind of
you
wonderful. As you know, Esther is a multi-award winning group. We have
mhm.
been voted, not once, not twice, but thrice. We are the official number one to the legendary group, the Drifters in
Yes.
the United Kingdom. So it's not us that have chosen that, it's the people who have voted us as that. And we have been voted as the closest thing. We celebrate the music and songs of that splendid era.
Mm. And what is it about that era? I know I've interviewed you a couple of times before, but for those who haven't, who don't know about Soul Kinda Wonderful, what is it about that era of the Drifters that you've sort of molded yourself on?
The simple answer is it's infectious.
Hmm.
The music, the songs are infectious. The songs are catchy, and they fall in the formula of that, radio friendly songs. Two and
Yes.
a half, 3 minutes, and it's instant if they tell a good story. In fact, my theory is, these songs should carry a government health warning because they're infectious.
I mean, I've seen you perform once actually, and I I thought I was levitating because it's not just the songs of the Drifters, but there was a sense of nostalgia, and you're a bit of a comedian in the midst, aren't you?
Well, comedian is a very good word. My mother used to say I was a comedian. I never knew what she meant until now. But I kind of like have this, people say I've got this kind of patter and this big smile that draws them in. And then I tell silly jokes. Sometimes their eyes roll and sometimes they do a big smile. I don't know how it works, but I've got the ability to stop the show and talk.
Yes.
And sometimes they appreciate it. And sometimes they go, next, which is brilliant.
And how long has the group been together, and what do you think is the thread that keeps you all together, as well as, giving outstanding performances?
Well, the group has really been together for at least 10 years now as a professional unit, and we found very, very good agents now who, as I say, they work with the likes of The Real Thing,
Mm.
as you know, the 3 Degrees. So it took us time to find those people, but now we're working at that level. It's now continuous. And what is the thread? The thread is that beautiful music, and the thread is I am the mainstay, and I like to write original songs too. So not only do we
Do.
celebrate the original songs of that particular period, we also introduce our own songs. Our single out now, it's called You, Are My Everything. It's out there on Spotify. It's out there. It's been played by 21 different countries right now. Last week I listened to it in Canada, which was fabulous.
Brilliant, 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 brilliant. And for you, I mean, it's obvious that you love music. It's obvious that you love what you do. And it's obvious you can see that you're a visionary because you're already in 2026. Um, but what else, what else is important to Richie Sampson other than the music, other than performing? What else is important to you?
Well, the music is important, as you just said, but there are other things that are important. As you know, not only am I a professional singer songwriter now, but my previous existence was a science teacher. And I taught science in Southeast London, in Greenwich, which I
Ah,
believe is
just up
it's a
road.
town near you,
Yeah,
up
just up
road,
road.
just up road from
Just
you,
up
love.
road.
So yeah, so I still have a passion for that, although, the teaching has taken a back seat now because I think I've done quite a bit and I've watched students grow and move on to doing what they're doing now. And to some extent, I've given, and it's a real pleasure seeing those students who've achieved from my teaching. But now I've found a second slipstream,
All
and
in.
that is the music. The music. It's always been my love. It's always been my passion. Never started out as a professional singer, but now I am. And I believe in doing different things in this one life that we have.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. And will you be joined by any other artists this year? I mean, at Boisdale, is it just so kind of wonderful?
Boisdale, as I know, they book different kind of acts and different nights. Boisdale's a very very popular place.
It is.
The patron is Jules Holland, as you know. So it's a very well established club, restaurant, and if you look at Boisdale's itinerary or dates, you will see many acts, such as the real thing, such as Maxi Priest. All these acts have come to Boisdale, and we're really privileged to be among, you know, that canon. So that we can. You've been there to see us, and hopefully you were impressed with what they do, and they must have been impressed because they call us constantly.
Nice, nice. That's brilliant. That's brilliant. So we're looking forward to seeing you this Thursday at Boisdale. And I'm not going to ask you what can we expect. I would like people to come along and be pleasantly surprised, as I was. I think I came to see you 2 years ago, and yes, I'd seen you perform. Your stuff out on Facebook and on social media, but actually being there, I was like a bunny rabbit. I was like, oh my gosh, and it is that whole thing of nostalgia, just going back in time. And you guys got the moves, you got the synergy. And so I was mega impressed. And I must have lost quite a few pounds because I danced quite hard on that night. I remember. Um, so go ahead, Richie.
I remember you losing a few. No, sorry. I remember you throwing some shapes, and you were very good. In fact, I was so impressed that at the end of the show, I whispered to one of the other band members, maybe we should have a female singer as well. And we were thinking of you. So
Oh,
you're welcome.
well, Richie, I just want to say it's been a pleasure talking to you. And, and I'd like to ask this question because we're always inspired by somebody. We can always look up to someone. So if there's anybody who's listening to this who's sitting on the sidelines thinking, I wish, shoulda, woulda, coulda, what would you say to them? Because I clearly can see that you are impassioned about what you do. You love what you do. What would you say to someone?
Firstly, I would say never take no for an answer. Believe in yourself. Just go out there if you have a passion for something, whether it's pottery or whether it's music. With me, it's always been there. It's a bug. I've caught that bug, and it will be always be there. If you have it, if you have a passion for, as a publicist like yourself, great interviewer, all these things that you've displayed, you did that because you had a passion some time ago. Keep that passion, never forget it. And those who are coming to Boisdale, you know, we were down your area just last week in Maidenhead, and there's lots and lots of people sold out. You know, if you see this, come along to Boisdale, come and enjoy yourselves, come and see us again. We'd love to see you. We're all friends. We'd love for you to subscribe to our website, www.soulkindawonderful.com, www.soulkindawonderful.com. Join us, buy our CD, go ahead and make me rich.
Fantastic, fantastic. And one last question, actually, that I wanted to ask. Aside from the Drifters, what other groups have been your sort of nostalgic favorites, whether it is Temptation, the Four Tops, you know, who, other than the Drifters, who have
The
been your...
Drifters is a must, but then, as you say, we've got the Four Tops. Mr. Levi Stubbs is a singer that I learned to sing. Some of the notes that I'm still trying to reach, I'll never get there. But he had the magic, the Four Tops. The Temptations had the magic. You know, Tavares had the magic.
Tavares, yes.
The real thing who we thought were American, they're from Liverpool and they're good friends of mine, you know, with their mega hit, You To Me Are Everything. And I tour with them constantly. They're my groups, they're my influences.
Yes,
and
yes.
I will continue to be flattered by them as long as I live.
Brilliant, brilliant. Well, Richie, thank you so much for your time. People, get down to Boisdale this Thursday. Go onto the website for further information. If you can't make it this Thursday, there's plenty other gigs throughout the year. Richie, thank you so much for your time, and I'm hoping to see you on Thursday. Wink, wink, hint, hint.
Wink, 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 wink. Okay, we're can't wait to see you, Esther. Thank you
Yeah,
for
bless
today.
you. Take care. Thank you very much.
Thank
Ladies and
you.
gentlemen, Richie Sampson.